Mike, today is the day.
It is, it's about time. So we got the new power steering pump installed in this thing. We got it bled, we got it back down on the ground. It seems like it's working better, but now it's for my favorite part, to go out in the block and test this thing and make sure that it's gonna work right. We spent a few $1,000s changing the power steering pump to this new unit, and hopefully it works, because if it doesn't, it's a few $1,000s down the drain and a lot of time. So I'm gonna fire this thing up.
And then when you were testing it, was it? Did it feel like the other one, or did it feel better?
It felt better, but it was in the air, so I don't remember if what it felt like in the air with the other one.
Right.
With no load on the suspension.
Yeah.
But this one is supposed to be like a few 100 pounds more pressure.
So it should feel lighter.
It should.
So since we already bled it, do I still need to check it while it's on the ground, or should I just close the hood?
No, I think you just close the hood.
Okay.
Should be good. Let me close your ears. I'm gonna fire this.
Oh, I'll close my ears. Cold start. Bumperless 599. So far, so good?
It's cold.
Now, Mike.
It's cold.
Now, Mike, remember, the wheel on that side,
It's already damaged.
it's
already damaged.
But the bead is like barely holding on.
That's right.
Mike, I think this one is louder. I can hear it. Oh, it's barking.
Yeah. But it's good.
But it's really light. That's good.
Yeah, it feels good. It doesn't have that bind when you yank the steering anymore.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah, there's
it
no
was
bind.
It wanted to stop and then it started to go, but it's, yeah.
Does it feel lighter, or does it feel the same?
No, it's lighter.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll let this thing warm up and then do some real tests on the power steering.
Really warm it up. Yeah.
I hear things moving around. I don't see anything yet. Maybe something in the trunk?
I don't know, it sounded like bolts and washers falling out underneath the car.
I heard it when you came up here. It was like ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
But oh, there's one washer.
Maybe it was from the bumper when we took the bumper off.
Oh, right, it could be. I only took the ones off of the rear.
Yeah.
But maybe there was some on the sides as well.
Maybe there was like a washer stuck over there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm scared of that tire.
That might stop. It's all good. feels really good now.
It looks better. It looks like those
better.
front tires aren't really helping the situation.
Front tires are such garbage. They're so bad. It's so like unpredictable. You go into the corner and it grabs, and then you give it a little more and it just washes the front end out. So
yeah, I saw a couple times where you flicked here and it just rotated.
yeah, exactly.
So.
Sometimes it grabs, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, these things they gotta be like bricks.
They're pretty old too. I think I saw 2017.
2016.
2016.
Yeah. Time to replace those front tires. But
Yeah.
man, that pump worked. So we'll order another one for Dave's car.
Dave's car has some issues already, so.
It's got issues. This thing also, the suspension is just terrible. It's so bad. So we'll need to address that too. But man, I'm glad we fixed the power steering because that was a big issue. And yeah, it's very drivable now as far as like the steering feel and everything goes. Obviously tires and suspension, but hell yeah.
Yeah, after that it should be pretty solid, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if we get good suspension on it right now, it's just so rolly.
Yeah, it feels like a boat.
Yeah, exactly. And especially like in a small space like this with all that roll, it's hard to predict. It's not like you can get it to take a set and then kind of drive it through the corner.
Yeah.
You throw it in and then you don't know if it's going to stall and wash the front end out or if it's going to bounce a couple times and over rotate. So predictability.
What are you thinking for suspension?
I don't know, probably gonna have to get something custom made.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything like off the shelf really like Dave. Dave kind of got lucky with his, so.
I mean, Dave got lucky with his too, but they're also like their KWs are good shocks, but they're just the V3s.
Yeah.
So they're more like slightly stiffer than stock and adjustable like lowering. And
Yeah, more for the street.
Exactly, not for really throwing cars around. You can still drive it, obviously. It's
Yeah.
way better than this is, but I think both of them need some improvements on the shocks.
Well, that's next then. Get it back inside without that tire blowing up.
Yeah, I think I'll do that before I wreck the whole quarter panel and then have to explain that to Damon.
Yeah.
So about your car.
It wasn't just the bumper.
All right, so the next car to get the treatment is Dave's car. But first, before we do the power steering on this car, we have to fix the broken axle.
That's right. Remember, Dave doesn't know about this. So you guys gotta keep, transmission is broken.
Transmission's broken. If he can come back here and hopefully he doesn't buy another transmission because it's an expensive thing to buy that we don't need because it's just an axle. So we just got the axle today. I haven't even opened the box up yet. Hopefully it's the right axle, but yeah, let's open it up right now. All right, let's see. The box is damaged as per usual. Rip it open some more. Look at that, there's an axle in there. All right, well, hopefully that's the right one. Genuine, authentic warranty label on there. I don't know what that is. It looks okay. Boots look okay. $5.99.
So it's another used axle.
Yeah, new ones are really expensive.
That's true.
I wanted to see if we had more issues. Yeah, let's make sure that these axles are going to be strong enough, because if we buy another axle that's a few $1,000s per axle, for that price we can get a custom race axle made. So if these do continue to fail, then the next step is, back to the drawing board. We got to take some of these axles, send them out, because we can't just have a whole axle made. This thing's got the front here that will have to be reused. This section is needed. Otherwise, we'd have to make a full custom one, and that's gonna be really expensive and probably not the issue. I don't think that we're gonna break them here at the stub axle, at the stub right here. The last one broke, I think, in here, and it's probably right where the axle shaft comes down and it tapers slightly, and then there's grooves, like splines, that they cut into it, or basically like force into the tube. So when we pull the other one out, we'll pull that apart so you guys can see what's going on in that one and what actually broke. All right, so what's it looking like in here?
So far, so good. We have a problem already.
What's up?
So I unstaked this nut.
Yeah.
And it's a weird size. It's not what I'm used to. So
Like we don't have a socket for it?
not here, but maybe your track box?
Yeah, I probably have one in my track box. It looks, is it like a 34?
No, it's actually bigger. So it's bigger than a 36, but smaller than a 42. We don't have anything in between. So I'm guessing it's a 40, maybe? Which would be kind of weird.
It is, but it's a Ferrari.
That's true. That is true.
So when you're used to working a lot of like German cars, it's like almost always the same. But Ferraris, they just do things differently. So I have an easy way to figure out what size that is with these. So we can make sure we get the right socket. If we don't have it, we can order one. But let's see.
I took the one off of this one.
What this thing is. It is, it's on inches.
Millimeters.
Switch it to millimeters. It is a 41.
Pretty close. Good guess.
What is a 41 millimeter socket?
Now here's the problem. If we get a 41 and it's an impact socket, is it gonna fit?
It probably won't clear. We'll probably have to get like a chrome socket.
Interesting.
41 millimeter? That's
Here's
so
this
weird.
one from this one.
Yeah, let's measure this one.
Hopefully it's the same. It'd be weird if they're both different.
Well, you know, like I said, it's Ferrari, but yeah, that one is also
41.
41. Let's see. Yeah, we're zeroed out here. Yeah, so I don't think I have a 41 millimeter socket, but
I don't think anybody really does.
yeah, it's so weird. I mean, I guess we could use a 42.
I try to use ours.
We have a 42?
We do, except it's an impact socket.
Oh, and it's way too thick.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me go check my track box and
Yeah.
see what I have in there.
I also noticed the suspension on this one is similar to the F12, but it's not. So up here, the stud is facing out,
Yep.
but on the bottom, it's facing in.
Yeah, I know there's some weird stuff on this car. Like the fact that it doesn't have a subframe, it's all built in to the chassis. Yeah, and then these lower control arms are, the control arm itself is studded and it
bolted
goes
from the
through.
backside.
Yeah, on the
Which is-
lowers.
But
But
uppers
on the
aren't.
uppers, they're like the F12 where it has the studs that are in the chassis.
So they made improvements going to the F12.
Yeah. They made some improvements, but we made a lot more improvements. And it's still not even running yet.
That's true. That's true.
All right, well, I've got my track toolbox over here in the donut room where we've got the Hummer still sitting over there, my cars, and all that good stuff. Let's see if I have a 41 millimeter socket. Socket. 36. Or a 46. What's this guy? 38. Well, gotta order it. All right, 41 millimeter socket.
Did you find one?
Good old Amazon. Impact,
Amazon.
impact. Oh, here's one.
Oh.
Chrome vanadium steel. So that should hopefully be thin enough to fit
I mean, it only has to work a couple of times.
around, around here in those little gaps. Well, it has to work the first time.
That's true. That's true.
Hopefully that's the right thickness, because the other ones, usually like the black ones, are, oh man,
Thanks
it's
to
a good
Rockform.
thing we got those Rockform cases. Sticky, just wasn't in the right spot. Yeah, these are all thicker. So ideally you'd use an impact socket, but yeah, can't do that, so we're gonna get that one. Impact socket, because we're gonna use obviously an impact gun to remove it, and they're stronger. The chrome ones tend to break with impact, right in that groove between like where that point is. That's the thinnest part, and that's where they'll tend to split. But I think we'll probably be good. If anything, we take it off with a torque wrench if we have to, but it should be good for some impact action. And then we'll get that nut off, but that won't be till tomorrow. So in the meantime, Tim,
Yeah.
keep cranking away at it, I guess.
Okay. I'll just get it ready to come out.
Yeah.
But it'll be stuck.
Yeah, prepare it. Hey Tim,
Yeah.
I got you something.
I was looking for that.
socket came.
Did it just come like this?
No, no.
Oh, okay.
It was in a package. I just unpackaged it.
Wait, is this? Oh, yeah, this is. Wait, how come it looks so small?
Just ½ inch.
Okay. Oh, perfect.
Fits nice and tight.
All right, here we go.
All right, time to swap this axle. All right,
I'm ready.
hit it. Boom.
Man, that was a little crunchy, but.
Well, you see like the metal shavings falling out of it, but
Well, the new axle has a new nut,
yeah,
so.
it's not bad. It's got a floating washer on here so I can torque it accurately. And then yeah, we got a new one that looks decent.
Tap it out now, and it should just come out.
Hopefully, that's the plan at least.
Oh, let's see. I think I need a bigger hammer.
Personally, I would have gotten a bigger hammer. Yeah, there you go. Use a sledgehammer. This axle is not going back in here, but we can also just we'll stick this nut on here to help protect the end in case we do want to use that stub axle to have some race axles made later. We don't want to destroy that stub, so we'll put the nut on there because it's already messed up. Okay. And then
all right,
give it a few whacks.
It's moving, kind of.
Is it?
It's moving.
The nuts moving. There's a lot of brake dust coming out of there.
It moved a little bit. Should I spray some? Maybe some...
I feel like it's the nut that maybe we should take the nut off because I think that might actually be just destroying the threads.
Yeah, before we can't get it off anymore.
Yeah. Those threads are all. I didn't put it on far enough. The threads were already like pretty scored and slightly beat up. So when I put it on there, it only got on a few threads, and it was basically just smashing those threads. So all right, never mind.
Be using that.
Just go ahead and give those things some solid wax. Sheesh.
Oh, it's in there.
It is seriously.
And there's still a lot of room. Lube?
I mean, we could put some lube in there and then maybe torch it a bit, heat it up. Sometimes that works.
I mean, it looks like it has some kind of goo in there.
I don't know. It just looks like there's a little bit of rust in there.
Yeah, I'll spray some stuff in there. Maybe it'll help. Maybe it won't.
All right, so spray a little in there. We actually don't want to get it on the brake rotor, but if it does, we can always clean it off with some brake cleaner.
There you go. I was real gentle. Is that enough?
I would put a little more on that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So basically, we would want to heat up the outside, the stub axle part, rather than the axle, because the axle is going to expand. We'd want to expand the outer part to loosen the axle up, but we can't really get to the backside. And I don't think I'm going to put a ton of heat in this. I don't want to kill the wheel bearing or anything. But a little heat sometimes just helps that WD-40 kind of soak in there and loosen it up. So let's see if it works. All right.
Hammer or a little bit more WD?
I would just go with a hammer.
All right. I feel like it didn't really move.
I don't think it did. I'm watching it in there, and maybe it moved just a little bit.
Like a millimeter?
Yeah. If it's moving, it's moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. BMWs are the same way. They have a really, really tight stub axle that's like almost a press fit. They always have to hammer in and out. But yeah, maybe the Ferraris are the same way. We're gonna give it some more wax and try to get it out of there. spare parts falling off?
What is this?
Oh, that's one of the shims for the lower control arm.
Oh.
Yeah, like this one right here.
Maybe this side.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
since it's
we
already
need
unbolted, it's
to,
flopping around a bit.
keep the camber correct.
Yep. Actually, you know what? We might just take them out because that'll give us less
correct the
camber.
camber.
And we're getting more wear on the inside of the tires on these cars because they have a bit too much camber. That's actually not bad at all right now, but I think when the tires are worn all the way down,
Yeah, they're wearing on the
wearing
inside.
more on the inside.
I feel
right.
like it's not really moving.
I'm gonna give it a couple of whacks and see if I can loosen it up.
All right, go at it, Mike. It's moving now, but now it's kind of level with the.
Yeah, the problem is that look at how much it's like opening up.
Oh yeah, it might not fit through the hole if we
Yeah.
keep doing that.
Yeah, it's okay right now.
Well, what is our choice or options?
That's about it. We don't have the press tool, which would probably go into here.
Yeah.
And then you can press it out. We don't have one of those.
Yeah.
So this is it. So
Okay. Well. Another one?
Double hammers.
Oh, to stack it.
Yep.
All right, so you're using the little one as a
get
extension
that
of sorts.
Right into the hole there, and then
It's almost there. All right.
all right,
It's free.
easy enough.
All right, let's see. It is.
Try to.
I'm worried
this out
that
the way.
it's a million degrees if I grab the snout right now.
It's probably cooled off a bit.
It's a little warm.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to go up.
Yep, that would make more sense.
All right, that's about fine.
Let me get the pry bar.
A little bit more. There. We're out. We are out.
All right.
I don't think it's supposed to do that.
That's very floppy. All right, well, Tim's putting the new axle in the 599. I'm gonna pull this one apart so we can see what happened to it. Where did it fail? I'm gonna grab this clamp, give it a twist. That loosens it up. And then yeah, it just sheared off completely. It's got an interesting step in it. I'm gonna grab a paper towel and wipe this thing off. All right, so I took the other side of the boot off, and you can see that that piece is the other part of the axle. That's the piece that snapped off. Wow, it's like a perfectly clean break right there. But it does step down and get smaller right there at that point. It must be where they started machining it for the splines. So yeah, it is like sheared off and just smooth. And you can see the twist in it. It's also got some friction marks from the other side of it rubbing against it when it was still turning. So yep, we called it. It was the axle shaft that just completely let go. So I'm looking at the other end of the shaft, and does not sound good in there either. I think this axle is about to go from both sides, not just this end. But it could have also been when this broke and it started flopping around like crazy, it caused this to break. It's a possibility, but either way, that CV is completely toast as well. So these are some of the CVs, the constant velocity joint. Basically, these are the balls that are in there. And this is the cage that goes around and holds these balls in place. So it just completely shattered the cage. And yeah, obviously hard to see in there with all that dirty grease, but this thing is completely trashed.
Mike, it's done.
It's done. You buttoned it up, torqued the axles.
Wheels are torqued.
Wheels are torqued.
Should be ready to go. It has less camber now. So there's that, maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like it. Maybe not.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, should we give it a little test drive?
The new axle works.
What are the odds that the battery is dead on this car?
Very, very good. Typical Ferrari.
I totally forgot to plug it in, so...
Let's...
Oh, the lights came on. I'll close my ears in case it actually does start.
Yeah, exactly.
And as simple as that, a little thing like an axle can just stop the whole car from moving. So now it's back on the back in tip-top shape, I guess. Well, never mind, maybe not. But it's drivable now. So nobody tell Dave still. He'll find out when he comes back. He's gonna be like, why is it back in the showroom? But we'll just say it was taking up too much shop space. That's our excuse. And that we had to move it back over to the showroom for storage purposes. But we shall see if Dave randomly decides to buy a transmission or not. Hopefully he doesn't, but let's keep it on the low that we fixed the car for him.
Yeah, hush, hush. All right, back over here.
Yes,
It's driving.
it's working.
That was a fairly easy fix.
I told the audience that the excuse that we moved it back over here is for storage.
Exactly.
And that it's
in the
still
way.
broken.
Yep.
So
Yep. There we go.
you guys play along. Everybody make sure Dave doesn't buy a transmission.